This was undoubtedly the most terrifying and legendary season of Allen Iverson's career. A diminutive guard at just 6 feet 3 inches, the shortest on the court, led a team of 4 unrefined players who couldn't shoot, yet still propelled the 76ers to the Eastern Conference Finals. Facing the Eastern Conference's most formidable trio, the Bucks' 3-man army, Iverson played through bloodied lips and refused to sit out. That year, every player who faced him spoke of it in the same way.
Little guy's not supposed to be doing that. Little guy's not supposed to be crossing up the greatest player ever to play the game twice and not go anywhere. Little guy's not supposed to come in and get knocked to the floor and still come back up.
My generation, AI was much the same. He'd always put you in jeopardy.
R1, steady as a rock, must be translated as extremely steady. Let's take a step back to 2001 and see just how formidable Iverson was. Before the 2000 to 2001 regular season began, Iverson still carried that rebellious street style, looking like a street kid with a defiant spirit. He completely ignored what the management said. During training, he frequently slacked off and sometimes even skipped altogether. The 76ers management was utterly disappointed and prepared to trade him away. But fate handed him an unexpected opportunity. Due to contractual issues with other players, the trade ultimately fell through. The failed deal served as a wake-up call for Iverson. He started to rein in his behavior, training with increasing seriousness and reducing his late arrivals. Seeing this change, head coach Larry Brown had a bold idea flash in his eyes. This guy, standing only 6 feet 5 inches, as steady as a rock when handling the ball, breaking through as fast as lightning. He's born to be a deadly offensive weapon. If that's the case, why not hand the team's offense entirely to him? Thus, an unprecedented one-star for defenders system was born. At 6 feet 5 inches, Iverson became the team's shooting guard, while his 4 teammates had one sole task: defense. This system was like a bow and arrow. The 4 teammates with a bowstring pulled to its limit, and Iverson, the deadly arrow shot from it. Extreme? Yes. Effective? Unmatched. In the regular season, the 76ers achieved an impressive record of 56 wins and 16 losses, securing the top spot in the Eastern Conference. Allen Iverson reached the peak of his career, winning the MVP, scoring title, and steals title simultaneously, becoming the second player in NBA history to accomplish all 3 honors. Following Michael Jordan, in the first round of the playoffs, the 76ers faced the Pacers led by Reggie Miller. Although this Pacers team was not at its peak, it remained a top-tier Eastern Conference powerhouse, enough to give any team headaches. In the first game, Miller led his team to an early surge. The 76ers, still finding their rhythm, were overwhelmed by the Pacers. The game remained tightly contested, but in the final moments, Miller's crucial three-pointer sealed the victory. The 76ers suffered a defeat in the first game. Teammates began to panic, with some whispering complaints on the court, even doubting whether they could compete in future games if their star player, Iverson, couldn't stop Reggie Miller. But Iverson, his gaze icy as a blade, showed no sign of panic. Instead, he radiated a cold, lethal intensity, just as he had told the media before the game.
I don't think no team can try to intimidate me because that's a battle you can't win.
In the second game, Iverson delivered as expected, scoring an astonishing 45 points and single-handedly leading the Sixers to their first victory, perfectly embodying the essence of the Philadelphia Sun. In the following games, Iverson seemed like a different player entirely. Every breakaway carried an unstoppable aura, and every layup felt like a declaration to the East: no one can stop me. No matter how strong Miller was, he couldn't contain the fury of the answer. Ultimately, the Sixers swept the Pacers in 3 straight wins, advancing to the Eastern Conference semifinals. The next round's opponent for the 76ers was the Toronto Raptors, led by the half-human Vince Carter. Though not a peak dynasty, this team was far from an easy target. From the outset, the Raptors hunted Iverson like prey, locking him down relentlessly. They knew that containing the team's primary offensive weapon would seal the 76ers' fate. The strategy worked instantly. Iverson shot just 10 of 34 in the first game, and the 76ers suffered an agonizing loss. Though his teammates lost momentum, Iverson remained composed. In Game 2, he seemed to unleash all the pent-up frustration from the previous night, scoring a staggering 54 points alone and dismantling the Raptors, instantly shifting the series' momentum back to Philadelphia. Game 3 saw Iverson again, tightly guarded, but a scorching hot Carter, like a monster, erupted for 50 points, including 9 three-pointers, single-handedly destroying the game. The Raptors capitalized, rewriting the series to 2-1. Starting in Game 4, Iverson gradually found ways to break through. He forced the series into a tie. In Game 5, Iverson unleashed all his firepower, and even more astonishingly, he scored another 52 points, becoming the first player in NBA history to post 50-plus points in 2 different playoff series. With 2 50-plus performances, Iverson became utterly unstoppable. After the game, he even dropped Jordan-style trash talk to the entire Raptors team. The rim tonight is as wide as the ocean. The words instantly ignited the Raptors. In Game 6, the Raptors locked down Iverson with everything they had, completely stifling his offense, and the 76ers suffered yet another defeat. The series was forced into a Game 7. On that climactic night, Iverson finally cracked the Raptors' defensive code. This time, he didn't rely on isolation plays, but instead dominated with his passing, dishing out a career-high 16 assists. Ultimately, as Carter's final three-pointer clanged off the rim, the 76ers narrowly prevailed, advancing to the Eastern Finals. In the Eastern Conference Finals, the opponents of the 76ers are the sharp-edged Bucks' 3 Musketeers, Olin Castle, Big Dog Robinson, and Gentleman Ray Allen. If the first 2 rounds of Raptors and Pacers are tough bones to gnaw on, then this dag is like an incredibly sharp knife. After experiencing the first 2 fierce battles, Iverson's physical strength and injuries have already been exhausted to the limit. The first game of the series began, and his remaining stamina seemed to be gradually depleted, but he still scored a crazy 34 points, giving the team a good start. In the second game, the Bucks seized the opportunity and closely guarded Iverson. With insufficient physical strength and no form, he only made 5 of 26 shots. As expected, the Bucks equalized the game 1-1. The head coach realized the situation was critical and decided to let Iverson rest. In the third game, the 76ers without Iverson were like deflated balloons, powerless to fight back, and once again lost. In the fourth game, despite his physical condition, Iverson gritted his teeth and returned to the court. In just 2 days, the injury could not be fully recovered, and he had to endure 2 games. During a fight for the ball, Ray Allen's shoulder slammed fiercely into Iverson's mouth, causing his lips to crack and blood to gush out like spring. He angrily swallowed the blood from his mouth and returned to the field, facing the strongest opponent and forcing his strongest self. At this moment, he seemed like a protagonist stepping out of a movie, leading the team all the way into the game. In the end, the 76ers narrowly defeated the Bucks 4-3 and steadily advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals. But the real nightmare has just begun, because standing ahead is a team that has almost been written into a myth.